Actually, today we are going to do a very important algorithm, sport vector machine, SVM. It is also commonly known as SVM. First of all, we see what is SVM, its theoretical concept. Then we will do as we did in the earlier classes, we will perform one practical on the basis of SVM. So generally, SVM means sport vector machine. It consists of three words. One is sport vector. Now what is machine? We will see it in the subsequent section. So SVM is considered to be a classification approach, but it can be employed in both classification and regression problem. This is it is a universal algorithm, having universal algorithm, which is very much we adopted it in because it is it can be used in the regression as well as in the classification. But if we talk about the in depth, this is sport vector machine is a classification algorithm rather than regression. So it can easily handle multiple continuous categorical variables. SVM construct a hyperplane. Now what is this hyperplane? We will see it in a multi-dimensional space to separate different classes. Basically, if you want to segregate the data into two groups, so there is a line or a certain boundary which segregates the data into the two. That boundary is what we call basically the hyperplane. We will see it in the subsequent section. Now SVM generate optimal hyperplane, obviously the plane which divides the data into two groups. In SVM we need optimal hyperplane in an iterative manner, which is used to minimize an error. We want to you choose this hyperplane in such a way that your data is maximally apart from each other. The core idea of SVM is to find the maximum marginal hyperplane, that is what we call MMH. This is called maximum marginal hyperplane, that best divides the data set into two classes. We will see through the diagram. See, let us suppose we have two data, class A and class B. Class A consisting of these stars and class B consisting of triangles. Now we want to divide these two data set into two groups in such a way they are maximum, they are apart from each other. So for that, definitely this is a line, this is a boundary which will segregate these two data into two groups. And the data which is on the boundaries, these are what we call sport vectors. So this and this is what we call sport vector. And the gap between, and this is the margin area basically. This is the margin area where there is no data is present, which is we may say the data, it is a boundary which subdivides the data into two groups. So I hope you understand. These are the sport vectors. Sport vectors are the data sets. Again, you have to clarify this. The sport vectors are the data set which are on the margin, on the margin of on the margin boundary. Let me discuss it in detail. Sport vectors are the data points which are closest to the hyperplane. This blue color that is I show you is what we call the hyperplane or a margin. So this is a plane basically. It is a 3D. This although it is shown in the 2D figure, but it is just like a 3D figure. It is just like this plane, which segregate these two datas into two groups. So this is just like a 3D. It is z-axis also here. So it is just like that. So sport vector are the data points which are closest to the hyperplane. These points will define the separating line better by calculating margin. These points are more relevant to the construction of the classifier. So these are the sport vectors which are on the margin. So let me move towards the hyperplane. Hyperplane is a decision plane which separates between the set of the objects having different class membership as shown in this. This is a hyperplane which segregates these two data sets from each other. After that there is a margin. Margin is a gap between the two lines on the closest class point. This is calculated as a perpendicular distance from the line to the support vectors or the closest point. The difference between the this point and this point is what we call the margin, the distance, the closest distance between, and this is a plane, basically the line that is at the center, it is drawn, it is a plane, and this is the margin basically, from this center to the closest point is what we call margin. So now how does SVM work? This is a very important question. How SVM work? The main objective is to segregate the given data set in the best possible way. The distance between the either next point is known as margin. The objective is to set the hyperplane with the maximum possible margin. So you want to draw a hyperplane in such a way that the points are maximum apart from each other between support vectors in a given data set. So SVM searches for the maximum marginal hyperplane. So basically we look for the hyperplane which best divide the data set into two groups. So let me understand it with an example. Generate hyperplanes which segregates the classes in a best way. Left hand side figure shows three hyperplanes, black, blue and orange. Okay, I will show you an example of this. See, there are two classes, class A and class B, and we want to segregate into two planes. So one way is you can draw this orange line, another plane you can draw this blue line, and another plane this black color. Now which one is a better? See, definitely this black color is better because it separates these two points such that the margin is the maximum. Margin means the distance between the closest, this closest points, data points, and difference between these two, if the maximum, the better is the SVM algorithm. So if you draw this, definitely the distance is not so good, although the data set gets separated out, but the distance is not margin is not good. So that is why this one, the segregation of this one black is the best one. So SVM, the algorithm repeats itself, like it tries to maximize the margin, and the point, the plane which classify these two data set with a large margin is basically your result. So but sometimes the data is not like this, like it is separated very easily. Sometimes the data is very close to each other. That is what we call, there are two kinds of data. One is what we call linear data, where linear hyperplane can subdivide the data into two groups. But sometimes like this, say this is an example. Now how you can segregate these two? So for this, we need another axis like this. Let us suppose this is a z axis. This is an x and y axis. So if you saw this data through the x and y axis, it looks like this. Like there is no hyperplane we can construct to segregate these two data sets. But if you see it through the third dimension, means with the z axis, you can see now very easily you can create a support vector or a margin. So this non-linear data set can be tackled by using SVM kernels. Now we will see what are the SVM kernels. The SVM algorithm is implemented in practice using a kernel. Kernel, I think you all know, in the OS also, kernel is it is a part of the processor. A kernel transforms the input dataset into the required form. SVM uses a technique called kernel trick. Here, kernel takes a low dimensional input space and transform it into the higher dimensional space. In other words, you can say that it converts non-separable problem to the separable problem by adding more dimension to it. So that is why this is very important algorithm, because in this algorithm kernel has a one very beautiful function. Yes, kernel can segregated the data by adding some one dimension, one and it is additional dimension. But it is the wholesale responsibility of the SVM kernel to segregate this data, and it is very most important useful in non-linear separation problem. So kernel trick help you to build a more accurate classifier. So I think you have a now you have a understanding what is SVM. SVM how it is work. It is basically segregated the data set into two parts, and by creating a support vector. And support vectors are nothing. Support vectors are the nothing but the data sets which are on the margin side. So by keeping the this margin as high as possible, we can make the accuracy of the data this algorithm any machine more we will predict the any machine will more accurately by segregating these two data set apart from each other. So now let us see a quick example how we can really implemented this in practically. So for this I have SVM module and a dataset also. So let me do this in Google Colab rather than in Cognitive Lab. Let us do it in Google Colab. Before the class I already did it, so let me repeat it again. So for this, these are the the important libraries. One is Pandas, another is NumPy, and then one is Matplotlib and sklearn for training test script. And we import SVM through sklearn only. And also, the result of SVM, support vector machine, is also represented in the form of confusion matrix or report. So we import sklearn matrix through which we can generate a result of report and the matrix. How we will see. So for this, there is a dataset. After this class, I'll post this two files with to you so that you can easily do this practical by yourself also. So this is a dataset Vine. So I already uploaded it in here. I already told you you have to go to the files here like this, and then you have to upload the dataset before proceeding to the next step. So let me start the first step. Yeah, after clicking play, all the these libraries get uploaded. Now let me upload the dataset wine.all.csv. Now this wine.all.csv is stored in wine data. If you want to see the wine data, just type the wine data and play again. So you will see this is the dataset. So in this dataset, class alcohol, this is the class of wine, whether it is first class, second class, or third class. There are the three subclasses, and this dataset is consisting of 178 rows and 14 columns. And this first one is the class, then alcohol, then these are the constituent of alcohols. Malic acid, ash, alkalinity, magnesium, phenols, flavonoids, non-flavonoid phenols. So these are the constituents of the color, hue, propylene, dilute wines. So according to these all parameters, what we want to classify our wine into subcategories, like it is of first class or second class or third class. So this is a data set. So if you want to see more, do more on data set, you can use the concepts that okay, can anybody tell how we can see the heads of this? What is the
Sir,
command? Yeah,
data dot head
data
dot
dot
head.
head.
फिर
Okay,
सर वो bracket on
okay,
हाँ yes.
that's it. Whether this works, okay, let me try. Oh, there is an error. See, data is not defined here.
तो हाँ सर उसके नाम
Sir,
wine data
wine
data
wine
Wine data, right?
data.
So let me write wine data. Very good. Wine data. Now let me play it again. This will show you your top 5 entries. Okay, if I want to see the description, to how to apply the describe command, just putting describe.
Find out or description.
Dot describes.
Very good. Wine data. Wine
Dot
data means dataset
Mhm.
name. Wine data.
yes, sir. That's it.
Dot,
Dot.
then dot
Yes, sir.
dot describe. Okay, let me play it. Okay, so this is a standard mean, mode, median, and if you want to see the, if I want to see the these headers only, what is the command? Anybody? I want to see only headers. Anyone? How to see this headers?
सर डॉट हेड करके कर देंगे आप तो आ जाएगा
नहीं, dot head will
सर अपर
नहीं, डॉट हेडर है.
only. I want to see this indexing. Yes, anybody? कुछ करते नहीं हो आप, कुछ पढ़ते नहीं हो. Wine data dot क्या? See, this is how you know this is better because इसके अंदर देखो ऑटोमेटिकली हेल्प मिलती है. Wine dot क्या लिखूं, मुझे सारे हेडर्स देखने हैं. index. Okay, let me play this. This result in error. बताइए क्या क्या करें, क्या होती है कमांड इसके खाली हेड्स देखने की. हाँ जी, आज पता लग रहा है ना आपको क्या क्या आता है. चेक करके बताओ क्या कौन सी कमांड होती है. ओके, इन द मीन टाइम आई विल चेक द समरी. ओके, समरी इज आल्सो नॉट वर्किंग. व्हाई? स्पेलिंग सही लिखा मैंने. बताओ भाई, समरी की क्या होती है? चिट शीट दी थी ना मैंने. अरे सॉर्ट इंडेक्स. यस, कोई किसी को भी नहीं आता. ओके, दिस इज ऑफ सॉर्टिंग ऑफ इंडेक्स. इंडेक्स कैसे देखते हैं भाई? ओके, आई विल शो यू द चिट शीट. मैंने तो रख रखी है, आपने नहीं रख रखी पांडास की चिट शीट. किसी ने नहीं किया ये काम. See this is a sheet that I already I think sent to you. Already I shared this sheet with you. So pandas की शीट्स में आप देखिए यहाँ पे सारे ये सॉर्ट इंडेक्सिंग डाटा फ्रेम के लिए आ जाता है. ये सारी कमांड्स दी हुई हैं. अभी फ़िलहाल हम जो यूज़ करना चाह रहे थे वो इंडेक्स के लिए यूज़ करना चाहते थे. इंडेक्स के लिए कौन सी कमांड है? देखो ये सम काउंट मिन मैक्स या df डॉट डिस्क्राइब. तो डिस्क्राइब आपने यूज़ कर ली है. डिस्क्राइब तो हमने यूज़ कर ली है ना.
यस सर.
ओके,
यस सर.
डिस्क्राइब के बाद समरी के लिए देखो कौन सी कमांड है.
सर उसके लिए एक वाइन डाटा डॉट टॉप तो नहीं आएगा कहीं?
नहीं, नो
वाइन डाटा डॉट हेड.
वाइन डाटा डॉट
टॉप करके तो नहीं आएगा सर हेडिंग?
नहीं, टॉप नहीं होता है. टॉप नहीं होता है. चेक करो.
सर वाइन डाटा डॉट इंडेक्स करके देखिए सर, लेकिन ब्रेसेस मत लगाइएगा.
ओके
एक बार चेक करिए.
ओके,
अरे बाहर खींच.
ओके, वाइन डाटा dot index. That's it. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this will show you कि डाटा कहाँ से स्टार्ट है और कहाँ तक खत्म है. ठीक है, start and stop with the step that will gives you a range. So what I told you, you have to apply all this. आप इसको लर्न, आपने किसी ने किया नहीं है, हैरानगी की बात है। ये काम मैंने दिया था आप लोगों को, आपने किया नहीं है। आप इनको इनको प्रैक्टिस करो इस चीज़ की, ठीक है। एक समरी भी होता है, समरी से क्यों नहीं शो हो रहा ये, लेट मी सी, लेट मी सी, वाई डाटा डॉट वाई डाटा डॉट समरी। स्पेलिंग सही लिखे हमने, SUMMARY सही तरीके। ओके, सो दिस इज द होम टास्क, तो आपको ये फिल्टर वाला काम आप खुद करके देखो। ये जितनी इसके अंदर कमांड्स लगा सकते हो, हेड, टेल, इंडेक्सिंग, सॉर्टिंग, डिस्क्राइब, ये सब आप एक बार जरूर करके देखना नेक्स्ट क्लास में। अभी
समरी के लिए सर डिस्क्राइब भी तो होता है शायद, ओनली डिस्क्राइब।
ओनली डिस्क्राइब, no, apart from that, there is one more summary. Let me check it again. I'm not able to find out here. कुछ होता है जैसे df dot describe है, ऐसे एक summary भी होता है। summary will gives you all other information regarding कितने सेट्स, कितने उसमें कॉलम है, कितने रोज हैं, वो सब वो उसकी इंफॉर्मेशन देता है। Okay, okay, no problem. You do it after that. Okay, now the next one is after indexing. Yeah, let's say हम एक वाइंड डाटा ले रहे हैं और उसमें से ड्रॉप कर रहे हैं क्लास को। सो क्लास इज ड्रॉप्ड, क्लास इज वन ऑफ द कॉलम, क्योंकि क्लास तो हम प्रिडिक्ट करेंगे, तो ऑन ऑल दिस बेसिस वी वांट टू प्रिडिक्ट क्लास, सो दैट इज़ वाई मैं एक्स में से उसको डिलीट कर रहा हूँ, ड्रॉप कर दिया। आफ्टर दैट वंस आई प्लेड दिस, नाउ द क्लास इज ड्रॉप्ड, यू कैन सी एक्स, जस्ट टाइपिंग एक्स, कैपिटल एक्स, and run this. You can see now there is no class. This is a serial number minded. After that you have to put that class into bind data in a y, in another variable y. So just I am putting the class in y. You can check it in y. Now only the class is present. Let me show you. This is the class. So now we want to split x, y, and I'm not writing again, not calling this library here, because already I am taking this sklearn train test split. Earlier sometimes we use this command not here, we use it here, so you need not to be worried about, you have to call it once either at the top or here. Do not confuse कि ये एक्स टेस्ट कैसे बन जाएगा, क्योंकि वो ऑलरेडी कॉल्ड है पैकेज। तो वंस आई जनरेट दिस, तो मेरे पास एक्स ट्रेन, एक्स टेस्ट ये सब बन गया है, और मैंने टेस्ट साइज 80-20 की रेशियो रखी है। सो नाउ वंस आई रन दिस, ये हमारे पास एक्स ट्रेन, एक्स टेस्ट, वाई टेस्ट बन चुका है। इफ़ यू वांट टू चेक इट कि वेदर वी हैव दिस और नॉट, अगेन you can just write x train and run this. You will have xtrain dataset. Yes, this is a xtrain which picked random data. How this training and testing is done, this 20 dataset, it doesn't mean that top 80 will be taken there and bottom 20 will be at test size. No, randomly it will break the data into 20 and 80. See, from the serial number you can identify this. Randomly it will segregate the data. So after that we use the SVC, sport vector classifier here. Earlier we used linear regression or multiple regression. Now since we are doing SVC classifier, so once I run this, see अब SV, और इसके अंदर हमने linear लिया है, आप multiple भी ले सकते हो क्योंकि वो data set पे depend करता है। If the accuracy is less, then we can take the multiple also, but right now we are using kernel as linear. So once I run this, after that we have to fit it the SVC classifier. First of all हमने classifier को ले लिया और उसको फिर fit किया। विद आवर डाटा। तो ये एक्स और वाई डाटा के साथ आपने उसको फिट कर लिया। नाउ हम उसको प्रिडिक्ट करते हैं बाय यूजिंग एक्स टेस्ट डाटा। जो एक्स टेस्ट डाटा आपने पूरा का पूरा जो डाटा सेट है एक्स टेस्ट का वो आपने उसके अंदर डाल दिया और वाई की वैल्यू प्रिडिक्ट हो चुकी है। इफ़ यू वांट टू सी वाई प्रिडिक्ट यू कैन जस्ट राइट you can just write y predict, and once you run this you can have y predict with you with data x test data. So if you want to see the confusion matrix and the classification report, so once you run this is a confusion matrix. I already told you how to read these kind of metrics, and this is the precision value, recall value, f1 score, and accuracy, everything here. So this is how this practical can be performed. So it is very easy. I request you all to perform these practicals your own, and adding some more sort of data analysis commands over here. Not only this that I mentioned here, I request you all to add some more analytic commands, like I am not generating graphs or histogram or some graphs here, but request you all to whenever you do it, you should have to add that commands over here, and this how your practical has been done. तो आप इसको करिएगा. If anybody have any queries you may ask me, otherwise I will post this with okay. किसी को कोई प्रॉब्लम है इसमें? I don't think so किसी को कोई प्रॉब्लम होगी. So SVM, I think everybody understand what is SVM. Now I am sharing I am sharing these two files with you all to so that you can also perform the text your practical on these two. So let me share this also. Before that, if anybody have any problem you may ask me.